Excuse me. Excuse me. Why are you people going through here? Yeah, perfect. Come on through. I'm Joe Public. Welcome to my beach.
Summer Rental is a 1985 comedy film directed by Carl Reiner that would find some success and was the first leading role for actor John Candy in an American film. John Candy stars as Jack Chester, an air traffic controller in Atlanta, Georgia, who lives with his wife Sandy, played by Karen Austin, and his 3 children, eldest daughter Jennifer, played by Carrie Green, son Bobby, played by Joey Lawrence, and young daughter Lori, played by Aubrey Jean. Stressed out and overworked, Jack is given 5 weeks paid leave after nearly causing a mid-air collision and losing a plane due to a fly on his screen.
American 4-1, reduced 10 knots, and you November 347 Golf. Where are you? Where the hell are you? Come in. Where are you? I should... Acknowledge, please. Acknowledge, please. Where are you?
It's okay, Jack.
It's not okay. I got a small plane here. I don't know where it is. I can't find it.
Jack, a fly landed on your screen.
That's right. I hate flies. I hate them. Filthy things. They do that. That's what they do.
Come on, Jack. Let's take your break.
Come on, Hal. Can't you pull a few strings for me?
It's out of my hands. The agency gave you a mandatory 5. Look, Jack, you've been landing planes for 13 years. Face it, you're burned out.
He decides to take his family down to the fictional beach town of Citrus Cove, Florida, for a month of fun and relaxation. With their dog Archie, the family heads to the rental home and begins their vacation, with Jack getting a nasty sunburn.
Here, let me put some of this on.
Oh, does it look that bad?
Right now your nose would show up on a satellite photo. You want me to drive? Will that help?
No, I'm all right as long as I don't have to make many turns.
While waiting to be seated at an upscale restaurant, his table and his lobster are taken away by a wealthy, selfish, and arrogant local sailing champion named Al Pellet, played by Richard Crenna.
These are my lobsters.
Your lobsters?
Yeah, you got my table, but you're not getting my lobsters.
Oh, and this is your table?
My table.
Oh, I see. This is your table. And these are your lobsters.
You got it.
I suppose this is your wife? Is this your tie?
Nope.
Is this your shirt? Is this your belt? Are these your shorts? Tut, 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 tut.
Hey, I have been driving all day long. We just get into town. I'm waiting out in line there for 2 hours, and you come in here.
You just got into town?
Yeah.
Well, I've been in town for 30 years. 30 years. And every summer you goddamn renters come down here and you think you can take over the whole town? Well, you can't.
Huh?
Boil them.
The family makes their way to a small pirate-themed restaurant called The Barnacle, run by Scully, played by Rip Torn.
So what's it going to be?
Well, can you recommend something?
Absolutely. Scully's catch of the day. It's fresh grouper. It's lightly breaded, sautéed to a golden brown, and lemon, butter, and shallots, with a teasing hint of Dijon.
We'll take 5.
Cortez!
Sí, señor.
5 Scully's catch of the day.
5 Scully's catches of the day.
Bon appetit.
Thank you very much. Isn't this a nice place? Always listen to a gas station attendant. They know where to eat.
More chaos befalls the Chesters when they are informed by a family that they are in the wrong house and have to quickly leave in the middle of the night.
There it is, month of July. Jack Chester, that's moi. 415 Beach Road, $2,000.
415 Beach Road.
That's right.
This house is 415 Beach Lane.
After they make it to the correct address, the family discovers that the house is right next to the public beach access area, and the landlord is in the ICU, making him unavailable to fix any of the broken items in their rental home.
I called the plumber. He might you here this afternoon?
The landlord should pay for all repairs.
I can't reach him. They say he's in intensive care.
Having some experience sailing when he was younger, Jack takes Bobby out to go sailing only to injure his leg in a boat accident involving Al Pellet.
You idiot! You idiot! You put a hole in my boat! Look at this! It's you. Again! What? You hit my boat! You hit my boat! You put a hole in my boat!
Why didn't you give way?
Are you telling me how to sail? Are you telling me how to sail? I was on the starboard tack! I had the right of way! You little city rat!
I got a kid in the boat. You're the one who's supposed to move, dipshit.
Yeah, you big fart!
I'm gonna get you for this, Renner. I am gonna get you for this!
While he recuperates, Sandy and the kids befriend a man named Don Moore, played by John Larroquette, and his teenage son Greg, played by Tom Blackwell, who takes a liking to Jennifer.
Excuse me here. Why don't you take your tickets out of this?
No, I'm sorry. I can't let you do that.
Please, it would be my pleasure.
Mom, let him. Okay, if you let us pay you back.
Fair enough. So we've got 4 adults and 2 kids.
When the landlord dies, Al Pellet assumes the role and orders Jack and his family to leave the house 2 weeks early. Jack challenges Al to a boat race at the upcoming regatta, making a bet that if Jack wins, the family can stay the rest of the month rent-free.
So if I win, we get to stay here 2 more weeks for free. What do you think?
I think I'll start packing.
Jack goes to Scully to take sailing lessons and also get some good advice on life.
That's a fine shot.
Okay, count them up.
Good. Good. Hey. Hurry. Hurry. Hurry.
I love you, Skelly. I mean that. It's not the booze talking either. I'm real sorry I wrecked your boat. You gotta let me pay you for it.
Nah, she's fine. It gives her more character. Anyway, I'm at fault. I should have given you that lesson.
You're at fault. You're not at fault. I'm the one who's at fault. I'm the one who said I could sail. I can't sail. I don't know. I used to sail when I was a kid, but I can't sail. Do you know what it's like to peak when you're 18 years old?
Yes, I do.
The inspiration for this film came from an incident in which producer Bernie Brillstein had rented a beach house and returned one night to find the house crawling with uninvited guests invited by his client John Belushi, who in soaking wet and sand-filled trunks was sleeping in Brillstein's bed. A similar scene was incorporated into the screenplay for this movie.
Get the hell out of here now.
You get out of here, fella. I'm trying to watch the Smurfs.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You trying to watch the Smurfs?
Yeah.
Did you see the one where Papa Smurf took a crutch and smashed the shit out of a guy with a red hat? Did you see that one? You want to see that one?
The Florida resort tourist town of Citrus Cove featured in the film is fictitious and does not really exist. The sign for the fictitious town is located right before the Johns Pass Bridge in Madeira Beach, Florida, on the west coast near Tampa. This film was shot in March 1985 in St. Pete Beach, Florida, with filming wrapping up around April and quickly going into post-production, with Paramount releasing the movie by August. That was a very quick turnaround. Started filming March 1985, in theaters by August 1985. The make and model of the Chester family car was a cream-top, brown-body 1979 Oldsmobile 98 luxury sedan. This was the first leading role for Canadian actor-comedian John Candy in a sole American Hollywood production. This was one of 3 John Candy films released during the summer of 1985. The others were Volunteers and Brewster's Millions. John Candy received $800,000 to star in this movie. John Larroquette allegedly had way more screen time in a major subplot as a romantic rival trying to steal away John Candy's character's wife, Sandy. Karen Austin said she forgot exactly what they shot, but she had really nice scenes with John Larroquette. She said he and I were getting closer, and at one point I said to him, "I really love my husband," or "I'm not available." When these scenes were shown to test audiences, audiences hated it. They didn't want anything to threaten John Candy. They didn't want to even hint that he might be hurt by his wife. So in the end, John Larroquette's character was just a friendly guy who was nice to the family. Karen Austin and John Larroquette co-starred together on the hit NBC television series Night Court, which premiered in 1984. Larroquette was still on the show and was still filming episodes while this movie was in production, and Karen Austin's character was eventually replaced by actor Charles Robinson for the second season after she had suffered from Bell's palsy.
No, let me guess. This isn't what it appears to be.
Oh, yes it is.
Karen Austin was only 29 years old when this movie was filmed, less than 12 years older than Carrie Green, who plays her daughter. There's a rather iconic, horrible dubbing scene of audio towards the end of the film where the younger daughter, played by Aubrey Jean, has her voice dubbed over by actress Carrie Green, who plays the teenage daughter, where she says, "Mommy, can I play in the basement with your coo?
Mommy, can I play in the basement with your coo? Well, if it's okay with your coo. You go okay with it, I play.
It's one of the worst dubbings you'll ever hear in any film. And the girl who played Lori, Aubrey Jean, said that the reason was that Paramount didn't want to fly her back to Los Angeles to do voiceovers for that part, so they had Carrie Green do it, and it's hilarious. Summer Rental was released into movie theaters August 9th, 1985, and grossed a total of $24.7 million on a budget of $11 million, making it a decent summer success. It actually opened at number 2 at the box office, behind only Back to the Future. John Candy and director Carl Reiner discussed a possible sequel to this movie that they called The Last Holiday, but Paramount Pictures wasn't interested. About 5 minutes were cut from the beginning of the movie during the editing process, which originally gave a little more backstory to the family. Some of the lost moments include the dog farting in the car and chewing the leg off of the couch at the wrong rental house. Jimmy Buffett performs the song Turnin' Around for the soundtrack to this movie. It appears once in a long scene and again over the closing credits. It's not a bad song, and it's a very good fit for the tropical vacation mood of this movie. The first time I remember hearing about this movie was when I was a really, really little kid in the early 1990s. I saw it once, but I didn't really pay much attention to it until I rented the DVD around 2004 or so, and I really enjoyed it. Summer Rental is an ideal movie choice for a fun movie night. It's not too long, it's an easy watch. If you're on vacation with your family at the beach, and one afternoon of the vacation it starts raining and you can't go out, you sit in front of the TV and watch a movie like Summer Rental, and it's perfect. John Candy starred in another 1980s vacation classic, The Great Outdoors, in 1988. While I'm going to give Summer Rental a solid 8-star rating, and it's a great movie, I would prefer The Great Outdoors, and I gave that 10 stars in part because I remember watching The Great Outdoors over and over again in 1994, whereas I didn't really see Summer Rental until about 2004. So I have 10 extra years of watching The Great Outdoors, which allowed that movie to become more iconic to me than Summer Rental. Nevertheless, if you're in the mood for a lighthearted and entertaining film that will make you laugh, Summer Rental is a great choice.